Hi, welcome back to the fifth part of this video. So if you haven't watched the part 1, 2, 3, 4, please go and watch. The links are provided in this the description. Okay, so in the last video, we have seen I selected the NCERT textbook, science textbook for 6th class, chapter 1, and then I have given you, I have explained you like what is the context of that particular chapter. And here, what I'm trying to do, my goal is to convert that lesson into the mind map. But before that, I want to summarize that what exactly is there in that particular chapter, right? So the chapter name is the components of the food, and in that we have different subtopics like meals. We have different meals in that are consumed by the different people of the country, like the chapati dal combination, rice and sambar combination. Likewise, where the second the topic is about the various types of nutrients, and in that we have in minerals, carbohydrates, proteins, fiber, fat, water. And then the next topic is on this chapter about the what are the different tests we can perform on the for finding out the protein in the food, carbohydrate and fats in the food. And likewise, there is a small definition about the balanced diet and why we need to take a balanced diet, right? If we are not taking a balanced diet, then the people can prone to the diseases, and that particular topic is about the deficiency of the nutrients. So let's convert this particular chapter into an mind map, right? So as I said, you have to follow the rules. Yeah, so you have to start at the center of the landscape page. So the center and the topic heading is the components of food, right? And I'll try to circle this. And what are the different topics you're having here? So the first topic will be about the meals consumed across the various states. So what are the different types of meals? So we have okay, and let's first write down all the different topics, right, as a branches. And then we have the second topic is about the nutrients. So let me write down the nutrients over here. Nutrients, okay. And then we have a topic about the balanced diet. Oh, I'm sorry, before that we have discussed about the different types of the tests that we put. Oh, I'm sorry, I think it got closed. Okay, yeah, so okay, so here we are trying to draw the mind map. I'm sorry about the bad voice. Okay, so I have what I did here at the center. The rules I have to follow is at the center I have to write the main heading, and then we have a different the main topics as a main branches. So the first thing we saw is that the meals is the first one, and then we have the types of nutrients, and then the different types of tests we performed, followed by the balanced diet and deficiency of the vitamins, right? And then so the meals we have to, okay, on the meals topic we discussed about the different types of food consumed. So in the different types of food we consumed, we have a chapati plus the dal. So you remember the rule that only one keyword can be written on the branch. And then we have an rice plus sambar, right? So you have to write the abbreviations at the bottom, like BD is the balanced diet, and then so C plus D chapati dal, and RS is nothing but rice plus sambar, right? Okay, likewise in the nutrients you have a different types of nutrients, right? What are they? So we saw that about the carbohydrates, you know. So carbohydrates, and then we have a protein, and then we have a fat. Likewise the minerals, and then we have an fiber. Sorry, it should be vitamins, right? So I'm erasing it. So fiber doesn't come under the nutrients, so it should be so we have an fat, protein, carbohydrate, and vitamins. Vitamin, okay. And likewise in the deficiency, okay, and we have a balance. So after that we have seen the test, right? We have seen the test for carbohydrate, right? Test for protein and test for fat. And likewise in the deficiency we have seen the what is the deficiency when there is no protein, deficiency when there is no protein plus carbohydrate, deficiency with the vitamins, right? And likewise here we have a different types of, okay, this is one of the classification. And further, okay, we have the balanced diet. In the balanced diet we have studied about what is the balanced diet when we are taking everything in sufficient quantity. So sufficient quantity, we call it as a balanced diet. And in the balanced diet we discussed about when the nutrients will be lost from the food, right? So I would say loss, the nutrients will be lost when you are doing the, or when you are using the excess water while cooking, right? So when you are using the excess water while cooking, the nutrients will be lost. So I would say excess water while cooking. Likewise when you are washing, you know, excess washing after peeling. So once you peel the vegetable and wash it excessively, in that case also there will be a loss of nutrients in the food, right? Okay, now see that what further we have read. So in the meals, okay, not much we have read in the meals topic. In the balanced diet I think the most of the things we covered. Okay, when it comes to the nutrients, so the carbohydrates, right? What is that carbohydrates are going to give to our body? So what they're going to do? Okay, let me use the pencil. Okay, okay, so black. All right, 1 second, let me fix. Okay, just sorry about that flicker. Yep, so here we have defined the different nutrients, right? So what they are going to do, how they will be useful for our body. So the carbohydrates, it is used to give the energy, right? And the fat, the same purpose, it gives excess energy. Is it or not? It gives more energy than carbohydrates, fats. And proteins, it's going to, right, it's going to, it is for the growth, right, for the growth of the body. So vitamins, what is the purpose of the vitamins? Right, vitamins are used for keeping the healthy skin, right? Healthy skin, teeth and bones. Okay, if you, okay, come back over here. So we are in the test, right? In the test, how do you perform the test for the carbohydrate? So okay, let's see with the protein. Let's start with the carbohydrate only. So carbohydrate test, what you have to do, you have to take a sufficient quantity of food, right? And food plus you have to take two drops of dilute iodine. Is it or not? If you take the 2 drops of dilute iodine, and if that converts to the blue black color, blue black, then we say starch. Is it or not? We call it as a starch. If that convert to blue black, it is a starch. And then protein test. For protein test, food, we have to pick the, let me erase this. Okay, for protein test we have to take a sufficient small quantity of food, and you have to take 10 drops of caustic soda, right? I'm just writing CuSO shortcut, and 2 drops of copper sulfate. So copper sulfate, I will be writing it as an 2CuSu. Okay, and if that turns out to be violet color, then we say it has a protein, right? That's it. And vitamin test, so how you are going to and fat test. So fat test, how you are going to perform, you are going to take a sufficient quantity of food. Is it or not? The same thing. So let me just erase it, and then let me make it small. Okay, for fat, food, we have to, what do you do? We have to wrap in the paper, and then what do you do? You have to crush it, and then what do you see? Oily patch. If you see the oily patch, it has a it has a fat. If it doesn't have an oily patch, then we say that particular food doesn't have a fat in it. Okay, so that is about the test. We hope so we have completely drawn everything, the main topics from the particular lesson. And deficiency, what are the different deficiencies that will arise when we don't take a sufficient food, right? Let's see that. Okay, and likewise here we are seeing the deficiency, right? In the deficiency, the chapter is discussing about let me pick the pencil. Okay, the protein deficiency. So when there is a no protein, so it says that there will be the swelling of the face, right? And likewise, if there is a deficiency in the protein and carbohydrate, the person will become lean. Okay, the lean and thin. And if there is a vitamin deficiency, what are the different types of vitamins? So their deficiencies, like for example, vitamin A deficiency. So I'll write like this, V-A. It will result in, the loss of vision. And likewise, we have vitamin B1 deficiency. What is the problem with what is the disease we call with the deficiency of B1? We call it as an beriberi, right? Beriberi. And likewise, we have an vitamin C deficiency. What do you call? So we get an disease called scurvy. And likewise, we have an vitamin D deficiency. We call it as an ricket. Is it or not? Ricket. Likewise, we have an so this is about the vitamins. Likewise, we have an iodine. So if there is a deficiency of iodine, so what will happen? So we okay, so we get, and this is called greater. Okay, okay, so likewise we have an iron, right? So iron deficiency, we call it as an anemia. Is it or not? So this is the overall graph. So what we are trying to do here is we have completely, so I mean we have picked all the keywords related to that particular chapter, and we have drawn in the form of a non-linear graph. Okay, what is the advantage with it? Okay, you may get scared by looking at this graph, right? But the person who has drawn this particular graph will be better aware what exactly this means. So what you have to do here is you have to read out multiple times to remember, to remember it for a long time. So you have to make a practice to read it for 5 to 10 minutes. Sorry, 5 to 10 minutes every day for 1 week, right? Likewise, you repeat this for once in a week, and then you repeat for once in a month, and that's it. So at the exam time, before exam time, you recall it, read it, and you will be able to recall it during exams very easily. So what you're doing, you're reading only the one paper, you're not reading the complete textbook, you're not reading the complete chapter. So that is the advantage of the mind map. And one more thing, you have to make a the abbreviation. For example, I have used abbreviations like F stands for fat, so at the bottom you have to write the full form, the P for protein, right? So this is how you're going to complete your mind chapter into a mind map. And now, as I said, you can use a coloring, right? Let me use some colors here. Okay, I will make some big. Okay, I'll use this color for red. See how it will be, right? So the coloring makes the isolation. So as I said earlier, so what is the advantage of coloring? The advantage of coloring is it's going to stand out, right? It's going to stand out from the other particular topics. So males I have represented with the red color, and likewise I will use the green color for balanced diet. Okay, so once you complete this coloring, you'll see the beautiful, the mind map, and you should be able to, so while you're reading it, you'll get a lot of interest. So it will be, so it's like, your eyes will like the colors. So if your eyes likes it, and then your brain will, be able to remember it for a long time, and you should be able to read easily, right? Whenever your eyes like it, so you can read it for a long time. And likewise, I will quickly represent another color, yellow color. So let me make the yellow color of it. Okay, so and then just I'm highlighting the yellow color branches. Okay, the branches, right? This is one more branch and branch. Okay, sorry, I'm a little hurry, so I don't want to take much of your time. And likewise, I will take another color. Let's use the blue color for test. I will quickly paint it with the blue color, right? And then this is the main branch, and we have a sub branch. I'm using the blue color for the branches. Okay, Okay, and then this is one more branch. Again, the branch. This is only one term activity, right? You're doing only once in a semester, once in your academic year, because once you have this completely colored, then you will be using this particular mind map as your notes. So whenever required, you refer this particular mind map and you're going to recall it. That's it. You're not going to the complete textbook. And let's use another color. So only the last one I'm left with. So let me use some orange. Okay. So let me quickly complete it. Okay, and the center, and for center also I need to represent with some color. So which one should I use? Some, okay, let me use some pink color. Yeah, so for the borders in the center I'm using this color. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So we have completed the mind map of the chapter 1 science 6th class science book. Okay, so reading it, let's quickly finish the how we read it. Sorry. So okay, so at the center the chapter name is the components of food, and we have a different topics. Main topics are the, if you can see here, we have a balanced diet BD. We can see at the bottom the test, different test we perform, the deficiency, vitamin deficiency, what are the different deficiencies and diseases. And when you see the meals keyword, you know, immediately it's going to trigger the subsequent branches of it, right? So what are the subsequent branches? So C plus D, the, if you had C at the bottom, C plus D chapati dal combination. In the meals again we have an RS, so it rice sambar combination. And I can see the nutrients. So whenever there is a nutrients, so it's going to trigger the complete branches. We have different minerals, carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins, and then associated what exactly this going to do. Carbohydrates gives energy, protein growth, fat excess energy, vitamins health. Likewise the deficiency, right? So when there is a deficiency of iodine, so what is the disease? The grinder. Deficiency of iron, anemia is the disease. A deficiency of protein, swelling. Deficiency of protein plus cholesterol, the person will become lean and thin. Vitamin deficiency, different types of vitamins A, B1, C, D, and their associated diseases. So now you have to read it. As I said, you have to read it multiple times. So once you do this practice, and recalling will be very easy. What you have to do, you have to take a printout, the color printout of this particular mind map, and you have to keep that in your, you know, the reference. We can call it as a handbook. So for every chapter, suppose assume that in your book you have an around, let me say, let me use the black sketch. Yeah, if there are 12 chapters, right, so you're going to need, you know, so the 12 mind maps. Okay, now you may be asking a question. Okay, so what is there in it? We have to read each and every chapter. Is there any shortcut for that? Yeah, I can say that there is a shortcut possible with the teamwork, right? So assume that you are a group of 12 people in your class. So your friends, you know, all those people are smart enough, they can read and understand each and every chapter, right? So 12 people, right? So TW, teamwork, 12 people will do it teamwork to read each and every chapter, understand it, and develop a mind map. And then they are going to sit in a group and they are going to teach, they are going to teach their mind map to their friends, right? See that how easy it became. So you're reading only one chapter and your friends are reading remaining 11 chapters. So they are going to teach you how they have drawn this mind map, and they are going to teach you the context, what exactly is there in that. They are going to teach you what is this keyword stands for, what is the information behind the each and every keyword, and that particular the way they are going to deliver it to you. So you are going to remember, and the same as I see that the same chapter 1 key, the mind map can be used by the remaining 11 students. So that means what you're doing, you're saving a time by doing it teamwork. So see that if you can practice it, and so you're saving the time and you're at the same time you're saving your energy, at the same time you're remembering the things easily, the context easily, and then you're recalling it quickly. So that's the main advantage of mind maps. So this completes the course, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and practice using the mind map, even though it looks complex, but if you start doing it, it will be very easy for you for drawing the mind map and also for using the mind map. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye. Jai Hind.